I'm Carole. Before I start my part of the program, I'm going to do something off program. Becky gets up here, and of course half of us didn't know what was going to be happening today, I'm sure. And I've got an outline here, but nobody ever tells, and she's not going to tell, what it was like when she first came onto the campus of New Directions. And my sponsor, my Al-Anon sponsor's here, and Karen, would you please stand up? I want to give you some. Where is she? Stand up. All right, Karen. Thank you. She called me and said, Carole, would you like to come down and have lunch at her yacht club? And I said, sure, that'd be great. And I thought, it's time to talk to my sponsor anyway. She said, well, she had a little else on the plate there that she wanted. She had Dan Carasino there, and here was Becky Flood, who I didn't know what she was doing there. And the lunch went along great, and really liked Becky and all. But little did I thought, does she know what she's coming down here for? Because Karen said, it's for the position at New Directions. And if anybody would have looked into our books, into the numbers on the books, they would have seen we were bleeding red. And she walked into that and took it over. And look what she's done to that today. So I would like to give Becky a hand. No one in their right mind, I'm not saying Becky's crazy, but no one in their right mind would have taken over that position as to where it was. I mean, the campus, everything. So, I am doing the ask today, and since I am doing the ask, I want to start off by asking you 6 questions, and you can answer them quietly to yourself. Number 1, will people be better off because I have lived? 2, do I have happiness because I have a real purpose in life, and do I give my treasures with a happy heart? Be sure that's a happy heart. 3, do I have one specific charity that encompasses my giving? 4, or do I have many philanthropies to which I give my treasures? 5, have I filled my heart with the love of giving? And do I know how that really feels? And 6, lastly, am I starting a legacy by the example I set by the way I live my life, so that my children, grandchildren, family of origin, and my extended family can be proud? Now, spring has arrived. Wasn't it a beautiful day yesterday? But it is here. And miraculous things can happen when you plant a seed. And what occurs, you can get something completely different from that seed than what you thought it might be. So it is with your treasures that you leave with us today. They will help others be blessed by your generosity. Perhaps you will not personally see these blessings, but you feel here what you have given to New Directions for Women. Now today we have an anonymous donor who is matching every single treasure you bring forth this morning. Now remember, everything will be doubled. When you write down whatever that is you're going to write down, just think of it, it's going to be doubled. And I just thought, I found out about some numbers. When we started doing this match, which was in 2011, and that match in 2011, with the match, we brought in $350,440. Now, that was in an hour and a half. I know a lot of you are in here and you raise funds, but I'm not patting ourselves on the back, but I'm just telling you how important matches work with people psychologically, and that's you. Okay. And I was talking too, I was getting up into the numbers here I wrote down, because I wrote this up about 3 years ago. But I got to 10,000 would be 20,000, 250,000 would be $500,000, et cetera, et cetera. Well, last year we brought in, get ready for this one. This is last year in 2012, Tanya gave me these numbers, $645,857 at a breakfast. Isn't that pretty good? So, of course, now what are we going to do? We got to go higher, right? So at least we want to get 750,000, right? Thank you, guys, ahead of time. So before I finish this ask, I'd like to introduce the table captains now. Would you stand up at your tables, please? There's no table captains? Please stand up. Now, why you need to know this is that there's a plate on your table. You'll see it with some pens. And when you finish writing out your distribution cards there, read it over very carefully before you make any mistakes. Remember, that's doubled. And if you have any questions, the table captains can help you, although the cards are pretty self-explanatory. Now, before I sit down and you can do your good deed, I'd like to leave you with this thought. And I had to call my son last night and ask him. I never can remember that character in Toy Story. And I get him mixed up with the Star Wars people. And I call him and he goes, "Mom, is this all you wanted to know?" And to me, that was important. Yes, I need to know the name of that guy. So as Buzz Lightyear said in Toy Story, he would always talk about this certain word, and I looked it up in the dictionary. What does infinity mean? Boundless, limitless, beyond measure, an indefinitely great number or amount. So as my minister says, so to infinity and beyond. Thank you.